Ladies and gentlemen, this is your wake-up call. 2025 isn't waiting for anyone. It's not giving you permission. It's not going to slow down so you can catch up. You either move with purpose or get left behind. In today's world, it's incredibly easy to fall into the trap of comparing yourself to others. With every swipe on social media, we're exposed to carefully curated glimpses of people's lives, their achievements, vacations, promotions, perfect relationships. It creates a false reality where everyone seems to be winning but you. But here's the truth that's often ignored. Comparison kills progress. It steals your focus, poisons your confidence, and distracts you from the only path that matters, your own. When you constantly measure your worth against someone else's success, you start doubting your own journey. You begin to feel like you're behind, like you're not doing enough, like somehow you've failed. This mindset is toxic. It shifts your attention from growth to insecurity, from purpose to pressure. You stop celebrating your small wins because they don't look as shiny or impressive as someone else's. But what you don't see is the full picture. The sacrifices, the setbacks, the sleepless nights that others went through to get to where they are. You're comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel, and that's never a fair comparison. Progress is personal. It's not about how fast you get there. It's about staying committed to your journey, your goals, and your values. When you keep looking sideways to see who's doing what, you lose sight of what's in front of you. You start copying instead of creating. You lose your unique edge in trying to fit into someone else's mold. And the more time you spend watching others, the less time you spend building yourself. The only person you need to compete with is the version of you from yesterday. That's where true progress lies, in doing a little better, thinking a little sharper, and pushing a little harder than you did before. Real growth doesn't come from comparison. It comes from self-awareness, discipline, and relentless focus on your personal mission. Instead of letting other people's progress intimidate you, let it inspire you, but don't let it distract you. Inspiration is a spark, but comparison is a thief. And the moment you stop trying to match someone else's timeline is the moment you start living fully in your own. You don't have to be the best in the world. You just have to be the best version of yourself. That's enough. That's powerful. And that's where your true success lies. So in 2025, stop watching. Start working. Stop comparing. Start building. Keep your eyes on your lane, your heart in your work, and your mind locked on your vision. Because when you focus only on yourself, everything else starts to align. Success is something everyone desires, but very few are willing to go through what it truly demands. People see the rewards, the money, the recognition, the lifestyle, but they often overlook the price that has to be paid behind the scenes. Purpose isn't something you stumble upon casually. It's something you discover in the middle of discomfort, in the grind, in the struggle that nobody claps for. That's why purpose requires sacrifice. If you want something real in life, something meaningful, you're going to have to give something up to get it. Too often, we try to achieve big things while holding on to comfort. But comfort is the enemy of growth. You can't grow while staying cozy. You can't become something more by staying exactly the same. When you decide to pursue a real purpose in life, whether it's starting a business, improving your health, building a legacy, or mastering your craft, you have to be ready to make some sacrifices. That means saying no when it's inconvenient. That means staying in when others are going out. That means waking up early, working when you're tired, and pushing forward when no one is watching or cheering you on. It's not glamorous. It's not easy. But it's necessary, because anything worthwhile comes with a price tag, and that price is often time, energy, focus, and discipline. You can't expect extraordinary results with ordinary habits. You can't expect growth when you're unwilling to leave your comfort zone. Denzel Washington once said, "Without commitment, you'll never start. But more importantly, without consistency, you'll never finish." And consistency is what sacrifice looks like in action. It's doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Even when it's boring, even when it's lonely. That's what separates the dreamers from the doers. Dreamers wish, doers work. Purpose isn't about hype, it's about habits. And the stronger your purpose, the greater the sacrifices you'll need to make to honor it. But here's the good news, those sacrifices don't weaken you, they strengthen you. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you build resilience. Every time you say no to the short-term pleasure for long-term gain, you get closer to becoming the person you were meant to be. So if you're serious about achieving something in 2025, ask yourself what you're willing to give up to get it. Are you willing to sacrifice comfort for clarity, distraction for discipline, excuses for execution? That's the price of purpose. And the moment you stop trying to have it all and start focusing on what matters most, everything changes. The road to success isn't crowded because most people aren't willing to make the sacrifice. But if you're willing to pay that price, then nothing can stop you from reaching your goals, not in 2025, not ever. In a world filled with noise, opinions, and endless distractions, one of the most important things you can do for yourself is protect your energy. Not everyone deserves access to you. Not every conversation is worth having. Not every invitation deserves a yes. In 2025, the people who win won't be the ones who do the most, they'll be the ones who manage their energy the best. Because energy is not unlimited, and if you give it away carelessly, you'll have nothing left for the things that actually matter. Protecting your energy means setting boundaries, even if it makes other people uncomfortable. It means putting your mental health, your peace, and your priorities above other people's expectations. It means recognizing that saying no is not rude, it's responsible. You cannot be everything to everyone, and you shouldn't try. Every time you overextend yourself to meet someone else's needs at the cost of your own well-being, you lose focus, you lose momentum, you lose yourself. Many people drain your energy not because they're bad, but because they're not aligned with your vision. They don't understand your mission, they don't share your hunger, and they don't support your discipline. And if you're not careful, they'll pull you into a cycle of distraction and stagnation. You'll find yourself giving your best energy to people and situations that don't grow you, that don't challenge you, that don't feed your purpose. That's a high cost to pay. To protect your energy is to be intentional. It's choosing your circle wisely, it's being selective with your time, it's knowing when to disconnect, when to recharge, and when to walk away. Not every battle is yours to fight. Not every drama needs your reaction. Silence is powerful, so is stillness. Don't confuse busyness with progress. Don't confuse being available with being valuable. You need energy to build. You need clarity to create. You need peace to think straight. And when you protect those things, you give yourself room to grow into who you're meant to be. You'll find that your productivity increases, your confidence strengthens, and your purpose becomes clearer, all because you stopped leaking energy into things that didn't serve you. Protecting your energy also means taking care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally. It means resting when your body needs it, disconnecting from the digital world when your mind is overwhelmed, and practicing gratitude to stay centered. It's not selfish, it's self-respect. When you're full, when you're focused, when you're grounded, you become unstoppable. So in 2025, give yourself permission to step back from what drains you and step forward into what fuels you. You don't need to explain your boundaries to everyone. You just need to enforce them. Your peace is not up for negotiation. Your growth is not up for debate. Protect your energy, it's your most valuable asset. And when you do, everything around you will begin to align with the version of you that's finally in control. Focus is one of the most underrated superpowers you can develop. And in 2025, it will be the ultimate game changer. We live in a world designed to distract you, constant notifications, endless scrolling, opinions from every direction. And if you're not intentional, you'll wake up months from now wondering where your time went and why your goals still feel out of reach. But when you learn to truly focus, to shut out the noise and zero in on what matters, you unlock a level of power most people never experience. Focus creates clarity. When your attention is scattered, your results will be scattered. But when you narrow your vision and commit to a goal without allowing distractions to derail you, you become unstoppable. You begin to move differently. You don't chase trends. You don't worry about who's ahead or who's watching. You're too busy building something real. That's what focus does. It puts you in alignment with your purpose. Most people don't fail because they're not talented or capable. They fail because they're distracted. They start something, get bored, jump to the next thing, then repeat the cycle. They never go deep. They never stick with anything long enough to see real results. But success doesn't reward dabblers. It rewards the focused. It rewards the person who keeps showing up when no one's clapping, the one who locks in on their mission and refuses to be swayed by temporary noise. When you focus, you conserve your energy for what matters most. You stop leaking time into gossip, drama, fear, and procrastination. You stop reacting to every minor inconvenience. Instead, you respond with discipline. You stay calm under pressure. You stay hungry in the face of obstacles. That kind of mental strength only comes through focus. It's not about working harder, it's about working sharper. You can spend 10 hours distracted and produce nothing, or 2 hours laser, focused and make massive progress. The difference is how you direct your attention. That's why focus is so powerful. It multiplies your effort and accelerates your results. To develop focus, you have to simplify, cut out the unnecessary, eliminate distractions, set clear goals, and remind yourself daily why they matter. Focus doesn't mean you ignore everything else in life. It means you prioritize what's essential and let go of what's not. You can't do everything at once, and you shouldn't try. Choose what matters most and give it everything you've got. In 2025, don't try to impress anyone. Don't try to do what everyone else is doing. Do what aligns with your vision. Tune out the noise. Turn up the discipline. Because while others are distracted by opinions, you'll be making progress. While they're chasing validation, you'll be chasing mastery. And in the end, that focus will separate you. This year, let your results speak. Let your discipline guide you. Let your focus shape the life you want. Because when you lock in, when you truly commit, nothing can stop you from becoming the person you're meant to be.